guys, we are outside today because we are reviewing this Jeep. This is from Best Choice Products. Now they did contact us and asked us to review this, and we absolutely jumped on that. This is our third ride-on vehicle that we have owned. First one was a Range Rover that we left outside, and the weather did not treat it well. So that one is pretty much dead. And then June has a tiny one that just goes like 1 mile an hour. And now we have this one. So we do have some things to compare it to.
Absolutely. And we should note that this is a Jeep-like product. This is not
right.
Jeep. The Range Rover was actually a Range Rover licensed product.
Had the stickers and everything.
This is very much Jeep-like, but they got a lot of details of the Jeep-like Jeep pretty good actually. I like a lot of the small details.
So it is just a single driver, as you can see Jensen demonstrating for us. And one of my favorite things is that it comes with a remote. So you've got this remote. So if your kid is driving it, you can just, grab in and steer him away from that tree he was about to crash into, or the person, or if you see him about to do something, you can stop it. So you've got brakes, you have all the controls, which is really nice.
You can also set the speed on there. There's 3 settings for speed, sort of the low, medium, and fast, up to I believe 5 miles an hour at the fastest rate. So you can always slow him down if he's being she's being a little crazy.
Yes.
I like these doors a lot more. These are just magnets. The Land Rover had something where you had to lift up and pull it over and click it back down, and that thing never stuck because the frame moved around so much, the actual body twisted so much, that the doors were constantly popping open, and it was really annoying.
Right.
So having these little magnets where they just click shut, these keep it nice, sturdy, closed. Everyone should be doing magnets for the doors. I don't see any reason not. I mean, you can get some dirt in them. Maybe it would make them a little bit difficult, but yeah, those have been really good. I like that design choice a lot. It
came in a box and it was partially assembled, but we had to do most of it. Didn't take us that long. It was fairly easy.
It was. The instructions were a bit cryptic, and it did take a few extra tools than some of the other ones that we put together. But we got it together in about 15 minutes. This is something I would definitely put together like the night before and get it charged and running.
It does say to charge it for 12 hours before you ride on it, or you could damage the battery. And to never charge it for more than 18 hours at a time, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, that was a little weird, and I think that's one of the trade-offs of getting something that's a little bit cheaper is you have to make sure that you unplug it after X number of hours.
Right.
Don't just leave it plugged in for a week, etc., etc. As far as overall performance, this has a little bit less torque than the Range Rover that we were running before. It bogs down a little bit in the grass. We had it running out in the dirt in the backyard, and it was fine for the most part. I'd say the more cement you have, obviously, it's going to run a little bit better. But it was able to get in and out of the grass areas okay. From a stop, it just takes a little bit to kind of wind up. It's definitely a bit more about high end than it is about torque. Other than that, steering, everything else, there's not much you can say. There's not really, anything crazy about these vehicles that you have to worry about. So it's like every other vehicle.
So you can steer by doing this.
Okay. Do you have a forward and a reverse?
Yeah.
So
this is stop, and this is forward, and this is backwards.
okay. All right, and then what do you have over here? A radio?
Yeah, a radio with different sounds.
Can you play some for me?
Oh yeah.
Take me to your heart, take me to your soul.
And to stop it, you press the honk button.
Ah, okay. What does this button do?
Oh, that turns on the lights.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so the radio is pretty good. There's a number of preset songs. There's the ability to play the actual radio, I think FM radio, and there is a USB port and a little memory stick port and an auxiliary port, which is a little bit overkill, I think, for a radio of this size. And this thing has more ports than radios on most cars. The headlights are one of my favorite details on these. They're these great little ring lights, and they include little fog lights. These don't light up, but these little fog lights and the ring lights are absolutely great. They give it a great overall detail. I wish these guys would have lit up. I kind of want to put some old school PIAA lights in here. There are a few clunky details like this, but the Jeep-like grille is absolutely amazing and fairly sturdy. As you can tell, the kids have run it into a couple walls. and there's some chunks out of it, but that's exactly what it's supposed to be. As you can see in here, I don't really think you're supposed to store much in here, but it does give you good access if something goes wrong with any of the lights, if you do need to swap out the battery for any reason, or if the, you know, if you want to get to the speaker. It looks like there's room for another speaker over there, and then there's all the little control bits up in here. They do have running lights. There are no brake lights, but it is nice little running lights. You can see there's, you know, a little damage, mainly from crayons. But it's taken the hits pretty well. There's a little rubber thing back here where you can, you know, pull this out. So that acts as a bit of a bumper, plus you can lift up the back end if it gets stuck. And it does have these little rubber pieces right around the side so it doesn't scuff up your floors too badly. Yeah, I wish these little lights came on too, but it would just light the back of his head. It wouldn't really do too much.
All right, you want to drive it around? Show us?
Oh, yeah.
Jim, come here, baby. Come here. Come here.
Check my tongue.
What's your favorite part about the Jeep? The songs? I think it's a sturdy, good piece of toy material. You know, we haven't had any issues with it yet. I would recommend either getting a cover for it or parking it in a garage or something or whatever, because these things don't fare so well in the weather.
Yeah, overall I've been impressed about it. With vehicles like this, the little details sometimes make a big difference. The radio is absolutely great in it. I love that it comes with little pre-recorded songs.
Yeah, and one day Jensen stole my phone and plugged it in and was listening to his playlist on Spotify while I was driving around. Yeah.
Nice. We've only been playing with it for a few weeks, so I can't tell you anything about the longevity of the charges or anything like that. It's got a good amount of drive time for what we've been seeing. It absolutely handles a normal amount of play that we've been doing. It takes hits pretty well. So overall, I think it's a great product. You know, a lot of these vehicles look the same. It's just kind of either whatever brand you're into, or, I'm sorry, whatever brand your kid's into, or whatever driving style. Most of them are essentially going to be the same general, you know, bits that are in there. So again, to me, it is a lot about the little details. It's the Jeep-like front end. It's the headlights that I absolutely love. A lot of them don't have headlights on at all. When we're driving us outside around the house at night, having those headlights is a really cool little detail. So yeah, I really like that. And the remote, I would not ever buy one without the remote. So the remote is the biggest thing that you can have with these, I think.
Okay, so kid tested, mom approved. I think we're good. I think we love it. We got ours off of Amazon, so I will leave the link in the description box down below if you would like to check it out. I think it was, you know, reasonably priced, and we love it. I think it's awesome. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video. Bye!
Bye-bye. Hello?
Okay,
Hello?
Jensen, can you take this thing?